How we doing today, guys? Red Diamond here, and I have great news. It may have been a year and a half of sitting waiting, but we finally got first Nerf War at Foam Dart Thunder's event at Skirmish Paintball in Edinburgh. Hopefully, I've still actually sorted my ticket for that, but I'm aiming for that. I've got the laptop set up to do that once I film this. But before we get onto that, I thought, you know what? For the past year and a half, we've all been sitting, preparing, we've been going, what do we need? What do we want for again? I thought, you know what? I'd go through what I've bought over the last 18 months and see what's the 5 worst things that I've either bought or got. Now, this list is personal. Look, you can feel free to disagree. In fact, I actually encourage you to comment and discuss why you maybe think, oh no, you're wrong with this, you're wrong with that, that's brilliant, why are you saying this is bad? So without further ado, here are the 5 worst things I've either bought or got over the last 18 months. Number 5 of the best and of the worst, I will admit, is this. The Meteor Orbit Royale Edition. It's the best because I won it, and it's the worst because I won it in a competition. It's too nice to run about a park with. It's too nice to take out. I'm really scared in case when I'm using it, I chip it. Look at the hammer shot. This has been one of my go-to sidearms for a Nerf War, and look at the chips that are on it, and it's not exact. I've not exactly been running about at them a lot. So, if that's what that's like with maybe 1 or 2 drops at a skate park and a slide down the ramp, what would the gold look like on this after that? So, that's what makes it both the 5th best and the 5th worst thing that I've got. Like I say, it's brilliant because I won it in a competition, but it's also bad because I won it. I don't want to ruin it. It's too nice. Look, it's too nice and it's too shiny. I don't want to dull the shininess by if you've ever actually watched my stuff, you'll see I tend to throw my stuff about. Number 4 is this, the Hotfire. Now, what's the name of this one? This makes the list at number 4 because I should have really known what I was buying. It's not a Nerf blaster, it's not X-Shot, so you know, when you buy either of them, you know you're getting some sort of hint of quality. With this, it's a blaster of dubious origin, I would call it. Not quite sure if it's a knockoff or if it's a legit product, but hey, I thought, hey, it's the same as this. It's the same as a hammer shot, so it'll be brilliant for it. Joe Weeder. And you saw there, it was easy with my left hand, which is my bad hand, to prime the hammer shot, fire it off. This, you've never done that before. This is just, the plastic feels really thin and cheap. It's, as you saw there, look, went to prime it, didn't catch right, so that. And also, for it being brand new in the box, I don't know how well this is going to come up on the camera, but if you look about here, it actually looks like it's been scratched or something. That's how it came out of the box. Yeah, this was just a piece of rubbish and cheap tat. That the only reason I bought it was because it was going to make delivery cheaper on a couple of Christmas presents if I added this in. So, yeah. Number 3 on my worst list is actually a whole selection of blasters, the Elite 2.0. Now, I am no expert in Nerf, I'm no expert in how these are all constructed. I will link to a video, especially for this blaster, from another YouTuber who has taken one of these apart and knows how to put it back together. But with these, you hear the name Elite, you think, oh, this is the best. Elite 2.0, oh, the best must have got better. With these, there's been a lot of controversies and just general, why did they do this? Look, one of the things I've noticed personally, just a couple of random mess abouts with this, is, look, when you go to release it, it's actually really hard to drop the magazine out of it. For comparison, here's the Nerf Raven, which I'll be talking about in the best video. Like that feels a lot better and a lot easier to drop the magazine out than this. There's also lots of talk of you can't rip this apart to change bits, you can't rip it apart to repair it if it does break, which it's going to. It's a toy, and like anything, it's going to break down. Well, I know myself, I'm falling apart. I've had to go to the hospital a couple of times recently. Like I say, there's a lot of scummy practices. It's glued together at bits, it's clipped together. Look, a kid breaks this and brings it to you to try and repair it, you're going to have a bad time trying to fix it. So, but I'm not jumping down the Hasbro bad, why did they do this, don't buy back Hasbro stuff anymore. I'm refusing to jump down that, and I'm refusing to say that this is like the worst thing ever until I get the chance to use it against people. Like, I think they deserve that chance. They deserve the chance to go and challenge people. If you look, most of the reviewers, all they've had the chance to do is shoot it at some targets, shoot it at their wall, shoot it across a chronograph, or shoot it in their back garden. They haven't had the chance to take it, run it, aim at people, have people attack them back. My full opinion and everything will be based once I actually get it out into the wild, use it for a bit, then I'll be able to say this is good, this is bad, and whatever. Number 2 on my worst list is this, the Nerf Rival Knockout. Not because of the blaster, but because of what the blaster actually symbolises. Now, I bought this on the 16th of March 2020. That date should maybe start ringing alarm bells for you. I'd been at work in a new job, which I'll get into with my next blaster. But got into work one day and the office was quiet. I was the only one in. Sitting for about an hour going, where's the boss? Then get a phone call. Oh look, we're not making it in today. You can go home and work from home. Okay. But before I went home, I thought, I can jump into Smiths, pick this up for tenner, because I saw it and wanted it. Picked it up, got it home. Actually feels alright. It's had 2 shots through it. Both of these were in the office when I was alone. I got back to the office that Thursday, fired it twice to see what it was like and going, this is alright, might be fun if I ever get to a game again. That the weekend happened, and then on the 23rd of March I was let go from the job. So unfortunately this has got sort of, I bought this and a week later I was sacked. It's got that sort of twang to it, and that is nothing against the blaster. Look, it's a single shot rival thing, so if you're wanting to get into rival, you don't want to buy the Kronos, which is 15 quid just now. See one of these for $10, you get 2 rival rings, and to be honest, you're up sort of with the other rival guys playing with one of these. So yeah, it's not as if it's a bad blaster, it's what the blaster actually means to me is why it's on this position. Number 1 is this, the Nerf Mega Fortnite Hand Cannon. Again, this is another one, it's not what the blaster is, it's what the blaster symbolises is why it's here. It isn't a bad blaster. It's a single shot mega. So, yeah, single mega, which are the bigger like darts. Pop. It's not bad that way, and the grip's okay. Prime's alright. What the blaster means to me is it should have been a symbol for something good happening, but it just reminds me of something really bad happening. January 2020, I left my stairlift job. The one that was depressing the hell out of me, was just messing me around left, right and centre, and was basically making me feel worse and worse. I left it, went to a job I really should not have went to, because it turned out to be like a pyramid scheme, and if it wasn't for the fact that I fear them suing me out of existence, I would name and shame them, but I'm not that petty and not that well endowed money-wise. But round about that time as well, my mum was going through chemotherapy and was actually going in for a bowel cancer op. And the Friday she went in for the op, I went for a job interview for a project engineer, which would have took me to Canada for 2 months to test a novel system of filtration. The NDA set means that is as far as I can tell you what I was doing, but what I was doing was like tip of the spear engineering. I was taking something from the drawing board, bringing it into the real world. That's my like absolute dream role. But that Friday, weekend happened. The Monday, I pulled the sickie with the bad job, because I had an interview for another job. The Monday, I also got an email from the project engineer job saying, congratulations, you've got the job. So that was brilliant. The Tuesday, I'd filled in the paperwork for it. So I got up Tuesday morning, early bells, went into the bad job, told them that I couldn't take part in it. I wish I'd been able to turn around and say, I'm not taking part in your job anymore because you're a bloody pyramid scheme. Wish I could have said that, but I just said, no, I cannot take part in the programme anymore. Here's my identification back. Good luck and good hunting. I then went to the lift job, handed back all my uniform from them. I then went up to the project engineer job, handed over all the paperwork for it, got some more details about when we're starting. Like, actually turns out I would have been starting in February and then a week off because they wouldn't be back in time from another thing. So I was getting to start my new job with a week's holiday. But like that day, it was supposed to be brilliant. Went in to see my mum. She was feeling a bit better, still a bit pain. Was able to tell my aunts, able to tell my uncle, hey, here's the job I've got. This has got to be brilliant. I then went home after visiting. I had my dinner. I had to go to the hall for the theatre group for Chicago. I know what happened there. But went to the hall, done my stuff, and before I went to the hall, I'd stopped at Argos. I thought, you know what? I'm going to actually give myself some props here. Look, I'd been trying to leave the lifts for a number of years, and I was finally out of there, and I'd never really celebrated it, because when I handed my notice in, I'd found out what the job was, and I couldn't really take my notice back. So I'd been kicking myself, saying, oh no, I'm leaving for a bad thing. This was supposed to be you know what, you get away from the bad job, you're into a brilliant job now. It was supposed to be that, but what it symbolises is, well, that night my mum went into the ICU. There'd been a complication with bowel cancer and look, something had happened and she was in basically in intensive care. And I don't like hospitals and doctors at the best of times. Seeing my mum in ICU it's a sight I don't really want to see again. And to be honest, I don't want to end up in the ICU. But so that's why this is number one. It should have been a brilliant symbol, but it's now a reminder of, no, this happened. Instead of good, bad. It's that bad that I'm still to this day a little bit scared about buying Mega. And look, I thought at first, oh, maybe it's the Fortnite side of Nerf, but I bought their Fortnite stuff and my mum's still okay. I bought other Nerf stuff since she went into the ICU. She's been okay. So it's now down to just, was it the Mega? There is, like, psychologically, I'm thinking Mega means my mum goes into hospital and into the ICU. The blaster was not bad itself. It's what the blaster stood for. It's supposed to be a good symbol, but it has ended up a bad symbol. So, there we have it. What do you guys think? What's been your best purchases and what's been your worst purchases? Let me know down below. I will hopefully get footage from Skirmish. He says he needs to check his GoPro. And I'll catch you all later.